Hello, English learners, and welcome back to the Real English Podcast. I am your host, Emily.
And I am Jack, your other host for today's episode. It's great to see you.
Jack, did you happen to notice my coffee cup is completely empty?
I did see that. But are you hoping I'll go buy you another one?
Exactly. But I didn't actually ask you for a coffee, did I?
No, you just dropped a major hint, which is a very sneaky trick.
Right. And that brings us to today's topic. We're looking at indirect requests.
Yeah, we'll discuss heavy sighs, dropped hints, and fishing for favors.
Why is this specific topic so important for our advanced listeners to understand?
Well, people do this all the time in real life. They avoid asking directly.
Good point. It's really all about the hidden subtext in the conversation.
Exactly. You have to learn how to read between the lines.
Have you ever missed a subtle hint like that from a friend?
Oh, definitely. Someone sighed loudly once, and I just completely ignored them.
That's actually a great way to handle it, because sometimes you need to set boundaries.
I agree. Today we'll show you how to gracefully offer your help.
Or we'll teach you how to tactfully call their bluff.
This really helps you navigate tricky social situations at work or with friends.
Are you ready to look at some of the specific words we need for this?
Yes, let's jump straight into our vocabulary preview section. Subtext. This is a perfect word for today's topic. What does it actually mean?
It's the hidden meaning behind the words people say out loud.
Right, you hear their words, but there's a totally different message underneath.
Exactly. Like when your friend says, "Wow, it sure is hot in here."
Yeah, the real subtext there is, please open the window right now.
That's a great example. We use subtext all the time to stay polite.
I definitely do that too. It feels much less demanding, doesn't it?
It really does. But it can be pretty confusing for the listener.
Tactful. Being tactful means you're careful not to upset or offend anyone.
Yeah, it's about having really good social skills and a gentle touch.
Why is being tactful so important for our topic today?
Well, if someone drops a heavy hint, you need a tactful way to answer.
Good point. You don't want to just yell, "Stop hinting and ask me directly."
Right, that wouldn't be tactful at all. You have to handle it smoothly.
I see. You keep the peace while still managing the tricky conversation.
Bluff. We usually hear this word in poker or other card games, right?
We sure do. But today we're talking about calling someone's bluff.
What does that mean when we talk about indirect requests?
It means you politely force the person to say what they actually want.
Oh, I secretly love doing that. You just ignore their hint on purpose.
Exactly. You act like you completely missed what they were trying to say.
That forces them to stop bluffing and just ask you for the favor.
It works like a charm every time. Are you ready to hear this in action?
I'm totally ready. Let's move on to the dialogue section. Wow, this monthly report is incredibly long. I think I'll probably be stuck here until midnight.
Yeah, that sounds really rough. Have you finished the first data section yet?
Not even close. There's just so much data to sort through all by myself today.
I see. Are you hoping someone will magically offer to help you out?
Well, maybe. I'm just trying to be tactful about my current situation.
Right. I hear the subtext loud and clear. But I'm calling your bluff today, Sarah.
Oh, really? You aren't going to just volunteer to rescue me?
Exactly. If you need a big favor, you have to actually ask me for it.
Fine. Could you please help me sort these spreadsheets this afternoon, Marcus?
Of course I can help you out. See, that wasn't so hard to ask, was it?
I suppose not. Thanks for stepping in to save my weekend.
No problem at all. Let's divide the remaining pages up right now.
Welcome back to our language takeaway section, everyone.
Right? Let's break down the vocabulary from that dialogue.
We heard some really great advanced phrases today.
Did you catch all of them in the dialogue?
I sure did. People really do fish for favors, don't they?
They absolutely do, and it happens a lot.
Wait, what does fishing for favors actually mean?
It means trying to get help without asking directly.
Exactly, like when someone sighs loudly at their desk.
I've done that before. Have you ever done that, Jack?
Maybe once or twice. It's a classic office move.
Right? And the listener has to understand the subtext.
Subtext is a great word. What exactly is subtext?
It's the hidden meaning behind what someone actually says.
I see, so the words say one thing, but the meaning is different.
Exactly. In the dialogue, someone said they were stuck until midnight.
Yeah, the real subtext was, please help me finish this work.
Good point. And then the other person called their bluff.
Oh, calling a bluff. I really love that phrase.
Me too. Why do we use that phrase, Jack?
Well, it originally comes from playing cards, like poker.
Right? You challenge someone to prove what they are saying.
Exactly. In our dialogue, it meant forcing them to ask directly.
Yeah, it's a very fun way to handle indirect requests.
But you really have to be careful with it, right?
True. You always want to be tactful when you do it.
Tactful. That's our last key word for today.
Being tactful means being careful not to upset someone.
I always try to be tactful at work. Do you?
I definitely try. It makes office life so much easier.
So, you can tactfully call a bluff when needed.
Yes, you can smile and just say, "Are you asking for help?"
That's a perfect way to do it without being rude.
We just looked at some great words for dealing with indirect requests.
Yeah, dealing with people who won't just ask for what they want.
Exactly. So how do we actually say these things in daily life?
Let's look at some common phrase patterns you can use.
First up, instead of just saying someone is fishing for a favor,
You might say they are dropping a heavy hint.
right? Dropping a heavy hint. I do this sometimes.
Really? Tell me more.
Well, if I want my husband to make coffee, I just complain about being tired.
That is a very heavy hint.
Exactly. So you could say, he was dropping heavy hints about needing a ride.
Or she dropped a heavy hint that she wanted an invitation.
I see. So the pattern is dropping heavy hints about something.
Yes, very natural. What is our next phrase?
When you hear that subtext, you have to read between the lines.
Read between the lines. I love this one.
Yeah, it means finding the hidden meaning. Have you had to do that lately?
Oh, for sure. At work, my boss said the deadline is flexible.
But did she actually mean it?
No. Reading between the lines. I knew she wanted it done by Friday.
Good point. So we often say, reading between the lines, I think we should hurry.
Or you tell someone you need to read between the lines here.
That is a very useful pattern. What happens if you want to challenge them?
If you want to call their bluff, you might put them on the spot.
Put someone on the spot? That sounds a bit stressful.
It can be. It means forcing them to answer directly.
Like asking, so, are you asking me to drive you?
Exactly. You could say, I hate to put you on the spot, but...
Right, that softens it a bit.
Yes, or you could complain. He really put me on the spot in the meeting.
I have definitely been put on the spot before. It is not fun.
No, it is not. But sometimes it is necessary.
True. Finally, if you want to be tactful, you have to tread lightly.
Tread lightly. That means to be very careful with what you say.
Right? You do not want to offend them.
When do you usually tread lightly?
Usually when someone is complaining about a sensitive family issue.
Good call. You definitely want to tread lightly there.
So you might say, I need to tread lightly here.
Or, we should tread lightly when asking about the project budget.
Perfect. These phrases really help handle tricky social moments.
They really do. Try using them next time someone gives you a heavy sigh. Now that we have unpacked the subtext, let's listen to the dialogue one more time too. See if you advanced learners can spot who is being tactful and who is just bluffing.
Wow, this monthly report is incredibly long. I think I'll probably be stuck here until midnight.
Yeah, that sounds really rough. Have you finished the first data section yet?
Not even close. There's just so much data to sort through all by myself today.
I see. Are you hoping someone will magically offer to help you out?
Well, maybe. I'm just trying to be tactful about my current situation.
Right. I hear the subtext loud and clear. But I'm calling your bluff today, Sarah.
Oh, really? You aren't going to just volunteer to rescue me?
Exactly. If you need a big favor, you have to actually ask me for it.
Fine. Could you please help me sort these spreadsheets this afternoon, Marcus?
Of course I can help you out. See, that wasn't so hard to ask, was it?
I suppose not. Thanks for stepping in to save my weekend.
No problem at all. Let's divide the remaining pages up right now.
Hearing that dialogue again really highlights Sarah's strategy.
Yeah, she was definitely dropping some heavy hints there.
Saying she'll be stuck until midnight is a classic move.
Exactly. It's the ultimate indirect request for a busy office.
But Marcus handled the situation perfectly, didn't he?
He really did. He forced her to actually ask for help,
Calling her bluff was a great way to manage it.
right? And it kept the conversation light but totally clear.
Now it's time for you to practice these advanced phrases.
Yes, speaking these out loud helps build your conversational confidence.
We've picked some great lines from the dialogue today.
We'll have Marcus read them for you one by one.
Just listen closely to his intonation and repeat after him.
Try to match his natural tone as best as you can.
Are you hoping someone will magically offer to help you out? Right. I hear the subtext loud and clear. But I'm calling your bluff today, Sarah. If you need a big favor, you have to actually ask me for it. Of course I can help you out. See, that wasn't so hard to ask, was it?
You did a great job with that practice, everyone.
Repeating those phrases will really sharpen your advanced speaking skills.
Thank you so much for joining us to talk about indirect requests.
It's a tricky communication topic, but you're doing great.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please like this video and share it.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more advanced tips.
We really appreciate your support every single week.
Have a great time practicing those new boundary skills.
Goodbye for now, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye everyone, we will see you next time.